All right, so welcome back to the iWealth podcast, and we got Brad here with us today.
Yeah.
So Brad, my friend got hired, and there's an HSA plan that's available from the place that he's hired at.
Sure.
Does he do it? Does he go out and get regular insurance? Talk me through the HSA world, and what are kind of the key strategies around it?
Yeah, so health savings account, HSA is a health savings account. They were created, it's an IRS code, probably, yep. I'm guessing it's probably 5 to 10 years ago. And it's a savings account for you to pay for medical expenses, all right? And we don't, full disclosure, we don't work with the HSAs, but we do help clients with them, meaning give them some advice on it. And what's interesting is you have to have some high deductible insurance in order to have an HSA plan. So your friend that is offered an HSA has a high deductible plan, meaning if they get in a car accident and they go to the doctor, they might have to pay the first $3,000 out of their pocket before insurance even kicks in. Mm-hmm. But when they allow the government, when the government says if you're allowing that to happen, like you're going to take the burden of paying that first $3,000, we are going to let you put money into this savings account, and we're going to allow you to deduct it. So if you put, I think the max is like $7,100 for a couple this year. You put money in that HSA account, it's fully deductible. It means if you make $100,000, you're only paying tax on $93,000, right? So it's deductible. But the best part is down the road, you can use that money to reimburse yourself for expenses that you have when you got that $3,000 thing that happens to you, or eyeglasses, or numerous different things down the road. So HSA plans are really important, and I think people need to try to max them, and I think they're underfunded. I think all of a sudden you get a company that says you have an HSA plan and we'll put $100 a month into it, but you're not maxing out. You should be putting your own $100 in or $200 a month to fill that bucket up and have that HSA put away. But here's the really interesting part.
Okay.
When these first started, I remember talking to my accountant saying, I'm not spending mine. And the accountant saying, wait a minute, that's for you to use to reimburse yourself. Like if you get in a car accident and you need $3,000, yeah, you can pull it out of there and pay no taxes on it.
Yep.
But the bottom line is that money grows tax-free forever. So the accountant has come around and agrees with me. You need to keep that HSA money. Like if I have a doctor bill today and it's for $300 and I can pay for it out of my bank account, yeah, I'm going to use my bank account, not my HSA, because I want it to continue to grow tax-free. It almost feels like a Roth IRA for medical reimbursement. Like when I get to retirement and I have Medicare insurance and I have a supplement insurance I need to buy, I can use that bucket tax-free for that supplement insurance or long-term care expenses or eyeglasses or whatever when I'm done working.
Sure.
And so if you can self-fund your medical expenses day by day, little things that come up, max out your HSA, you can invest those monies in mutual funds and stocks and whatever you want to. There's a lot of providers out there that do that. Yep. And now you grow a bucket of money for retirement that is tax-free for medical expenses. So it's a really, really cool vehicle.
It's powerful. It sounds like it's a super
very
powerful
much
vehicle.
Yeah, but people are underusing it, Matt. People don't quite understand the magnitude of being able to put away $7,000, no matter what tax bracket you're in, no matter how much your earnings are, throw $7,000 in an account, deduct it from your taxes, invest it and grow it, and have a $100,000 or $200,000 bucket down the road that you can reimburse yourself for medical expenses and not have to pay any taxes on it to the government. It's a great investment vehicle.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. When it comes to the HSA part of it, can you, at some point in retirement, does that money become available to you? Or like, let's say that somebody gets to be 85 years old. For some reason, they're still in great health. Now they have $300,000
right,
or some ridiculous number in there. Can you get back to it? Is there ever a scenario where, like, if you want to give it to your kids, or if you want to go on a really cool end-of-life vacation? I don't know what the scenario would be, but can you actually get back to it on some level, or is it taxed at like 80% if you take it out?
Yeah, really good question. And you'd really want to talk to your accountant about it. I mean, to be fully disclosed, you need to talk to your accountant to make sure I can take these out. But my understanding is you can keep a file today with all those receipts and reimburse yourself 10 years down the road for them. So go back to the 80-year-old, they've got a receipt bucket like this of all the medical expenses they privately paid for.
Yeah.
They would be able to go and take that amount of money out tax-free out of that bucket.
Really?
Yes.
That's
go backwards.
Crazy.
Right.
So you can dip into it like that, but if you know you're going to die in 4 weeks from now or something, you can't, just dip back into it to do whatever. It kind of just sticks with the HSA till the end of life.
Right.
Huh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept, and they should work with their accountant, and they should work with whoever does their health insurance. And it's not for everybody, because not everybody qualifies for an HSA. Your plan has to be a high deductible plan in order to have this HSA. And sometimes they get confused with cafeteria plans and other things that are around. It's HSA is a health savings account. That's kind of the forever bucket for medical expenses. It's a great vehicle that should be maxed out every year so that people have this tax-free bucket to use down the road.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, learned something about HSAs today. All right, we'll see you back here next time.
Thank you.